No on 48 campaign is made up of a broad-based bipartisan coalition of nurses, doctors, attorneys, individuals, families, clergy, and health advocates that are very concerned about the impact of Amendment 48. By defining person as any human being from the moment of fertilization, what has happened is that you have provided a fertilized egg constitutional and legal rights, and those legal and constitutional rights now apply to every law in the state of Colorado where person is defined. And in fact, that is over 20,000 references in our Colorado law. We believe that this amendment is going to bring the government, courts, and lawyers into our personal private lives. It's going to disrupt access to health care, and it will have far-reaching consequences on important life decisions, and that's why the No on 48 campaign says this simply goes too far. I think we need to look at what would happen the day after Amendment 48 passes. First of all, any new law that the legislature creates needs to be looked at with the definition of person as a fertilized egg. Secondly, you're going to have concerns about enforcement. How will this provision be enforced on our everyday laws? How will district attorneys, how will law enforcement, how will city and county attorneys enforce this? And we don't know the answer to that. What we do know is that physicians and healthcare providers are very concerned that this has the potential to allow for litigation from everyone from a pharmacist to a doctor. Some of the specific situations that could occur is that if you had a woman with cancer who is of childbearing years and has a potential fertilized egg, is that woman going to be able to receive aggressive cancer treatment, or is the doctor going to have to weigh the constitutional and legal rights of that fertilized egg against the woman's legal and constitutional rights? That would be one of the concerns. A second concern would be a family who's looking to receive assisted reproductive technology, so in vitro fertilization. They are an infertile couple. They cannot get pregnant on their own without scientific assistance. If those fertilized eggs are now in the control of the government, courts, and lawyers, what's going to happen to that family ability to be able to make determinations of what happens to those fertilized eggs? Those are some of the small concerns of this campaign. I think that the question that we need to ask here is, again, what is the definition of person as a fertilized egg going to do when it's placed in our Constitution and it is applied to every single law in the state of Colorado where person is mentioned? And those are over 20,000 laws. So basically what we have done is give constitutional and legal status to a fertilized egg from everything from inheritance rights to property rights to access to our courts. That is very concerning for the No on 48 campaign, and that's why we say this simply goes too far. They can go to www.voteno48.org and get a lot more information.